Like me, man, I love the game. I love the hustle, man. I be feeling like one of them ball-playing niggas, you know? Like Bird or Magic or something. Yeah, you know, a nigga got dough. A nigga could leave the league. But if I leave, the fans still gonna love me, man?
Through scope, this is Queez. Appreciate everybody's been rocking with the channel. Support, don't forget to subscribe, hit that like button. I was going to never really cover this joint. I honestly was not going to cover this. I thought it was like another off season where, like, you know, they say LeBron leaving and then he end up re-signing and it's like the same, you know, song and dance. I thought it was one of those again. That's why I was like, yo, I'm not covering this crap. Like, he going to re-sign. This is the same clutch Bron tango that they do with all his teams. But now, I don't know, man. It might be a little smoke when there's fire, man. It might be something here, y'all. It might be something here. Now, when it comes to reporters like Windhorse, Ramona, pretty much any really reporter, I don't really be taking these stories too concrete. A lot of times, some of the stuff they be saying, a lot of it don't even be checking out most times, but they try to preface it by saying certain things where they ain't say it was going to happen, but they alluded to it. So I be kind of ignoring some of these things that be coming out, but the actions are backing up what they saying, some of these actions, right? So for anybody that didn't see, Windhorse was kind of giving you an insight on what the Lakers mindset was this offseason. And we all knew, everybody knew that the Lakers were going to pivot to Luka. LeBron knew it. Everybody knew that they were going to go to Luka. That was clear. I don't know why when Windhorse say the story, he puts it like the Lakers are shifting to Luka like it was a surprise or something. Bron is 100 years old. Like, we already know, right? With that happening, though, the Lakers, you would think when they got LeBron and Luka, LeBron could still be a really good to great second option. And Luka's in the prime of his career. And it looks like he might be in prime shape, too, from what I'm seeing. You would think they would try to immediately maximize that window and do as much as they can to get all the guys that they can to build the right team. The Lakers ain't really doing that, though. They are taking an approach like they have the next 3 years, 3, 4, 5 years to build a team around Luka. And they're trying to get cap space and save up and clear their books for years down the line, as opposed to right now. Coming from LeBron camp is what they saying is LeBron feel like he was misled. He feel like they not really appreciating him for what he's done or given to them already by deciding to just punt his last years and just build it for Luka. LeBron was under the impersonation like, look, we got Luka here, we got me. This is his team, but let's compete immediately still. That ain't what the Lakers trying to do. Lakers got mad expiring contracts, haven't done any trades. They got Milton expiring contract. I think Rui's expiring. They got a bunch of expiring contracts, probably like 4 of them. And they not doing no moves with them. They got tradable pieces, tradable assets, still got a couple of picks that they didn't touch, first rounders, and they ain't doing nothing. Nothing at all. Now, for people that sit there and be like, yo, they might make a move later on to the season. They still got the trade deadline. They still, they can still do things. This has been the same Rob Pelinka thing, though. Rob Pelinka really don't do moves, y'all. Like, he really ain't that good of a GM, man. Like, he don't do moves, man. Like, he don't make trades when they're available. He holds on and he watch better assets get traded to better teams for less than what, the Lakers could have got, or guys he didn't even try to go after that said they would have went to the Lakers. It's so many things Rob Pelinka and that organization don't do. Now, I'm aware there's a Laker tax out there, and teams, when they go to the Lakers, they want everything that they possibly own. I know that. I'm aware of that. But Rob Pelinka don't even be trying, dog. Like, he just be sitting there, and then he wait to the trade deadline, do some weak-ass move, weak-ass trade, and then act like it's satisfied. Or he lucks into a trade and lucks into a situation where, it just falls into his lap. Like the Ayton situation. That fell into his lap, dog. Like that. If Ayton wasn't available, they would have struck out, bro. Like it fell into his lap, man. So that's the kind of situation it is. And now I see the report. I seen a report that they saying 4 teams called about LeBron. Clippers, Cavs, Warriors, and Mavs. That's what's being reported. The purpose of this video though, LeBron, I don't know what plans you had. Like maybe you had a couple of more years into it. You already saying Savannah wanted you to retire this year. But if you had 2 more years into it, just make this his last year, bro. Just make this your last year, because at this point, the older you get, you don't want change, man. The older you get, you're not trying to restart somewhere else. It is not fair for you to go to another team and give them 1 year, because they're going to have to trade to get you to match them salaries, right? They're going to have to trade to get you to match those salaries. So they might be giving up vital pieces. You go there for a year, and you go there for a year. It's not really enough time sometimes to just gel and get it together. It's rare that teams put make a big move like that and win that same year. Sometimes it takes another year to do so. But do you want to go to a new team, go to a new fan base, and on these teams that they saying here, you'll be like a third option. If you go to the Warriors, you'll be a second or third option. You go to the Cavs, you'll be a second option, or third. I don't know. With Mobley, I don't know. They already got system in a lot of these places. They not going to change it to what you used to do, and your team's a run where you handle the ball and shooters are around for you to kick it to, and you dominate the ball, or even take the ball 50% of the time. They ain't gonna let you do all that. Not all these teams. The Clippers, you'll be a third option there. Harden gonna hold the ball. Kawhi gonna get it. You go to the Mavs, you still got Kyrie, AD, Flag is developing. Like on these teams, even if I don't think none of these teams will trade some of their main guys for you. And if you go over there, you're gonna be a second or third option. Is winning a ring in any of those spots gonna do anything for your career enhancement wise? If you're a third option, no. People don't really respect those. Second option, that's cool. I think people would give you credit not as much as the 5th ring would mean if you did it yourself. You did it with you being the focal point, but you'll still get credit for it. But is it worth like what could come with it? You don't want to end up in a Jordan Wizard situation. You don't want to end up in a Jordan Wizard situation where you go over there and everybody pissed at you there. You got young guys that are developing. You taking shine away from them. You taking their roles away. They trying to acquiesce around you, and it just throws everything out of whack. You don't want to do that, because if you go to another team and you don't win, these teams are already championship built. You go to these teams and you don't win, that's a bigger knock on your legacy than ending your career with the Lakers and not winning again. That's a bigger knock to go to these established teams and lose again. I don't think it's worth it. I honestly don't think it's worth it. I don't think it's worth it. Like to be a third option, second option, and let's say the team gets worse because, you throw off the whole system. That's a bad look. And then you might want to stay another year to make it up. It's just too much that can go wrong with you doing that. Another reason, though, that this is a big chance for LeBron, on the flip side, the way that this is being reported, LeBron and Clutch, man, they like to control the narrative. And they like to, that's always been a thing, right? LeBron and Clutch, they like to control the narrative. That's always been a thing, right? But right now, the narrative is being pushed out is the Lakers they're done with you. They don't want to deal with you. They out of here. They out of the LeBron business. Right now, that hasn't really stuck yet. But if that gets reported more and more, that's not a good look. That the Lakers, a storied franchise, a legendary franchise, pushed you out. At least Kobe went out on his own terms. Kobe sat out on the podium and said, yeah, I'm done. And the Lakers, and it went out with Kobe leaving on his own terms. Right now, it's being reported that like they're done with you and they're pushing you out. But somebody as great as you and as legendary as your career, that's not a good look. That's not a good look. And you done a lot. You done a lot for the Lakers. You got them AD, which allowed them to get Luka. You done a lot for the Lakers. Kept them competitive. By you pressuring the front office, you hold them accountable, because the stuff they did on Kobe's last years should have been illegal. So holding them accountable is nothing wrong with that. More players should hold the ownership accountable, and I think that's what guys are doing. That's what Giannis is doing and other guys are doing. So there's nothing wrong with that. But you don't want it to look like in Korea they pushed you out. That's just not a good look. That the Lakers were done with you and they got out the business of you. Like, it just wasn't beneficial to them. And if we think of guys who, see, this is an interesting situation though, just in general, because we never seen a guy as good as LeBron being a third option, possibly win a ring and have to judge whether it counts or not. Because I'm assuming if he does go to one of these other teams, let's say he the second option, averaging like 18, 20 a game, blah, blah, whatever. We ain't really see most of that. Like a lot of times when we see guys become a second option, become less of an option in career, they're like on the bench, 6-man, or, they're like the 5th best player. Like we never see somebody that's still putting up that type of level, potentially being a third person, right? So It's going to take LeBron a season to kind of mesh with these teams. Imagine if you go to the Warriors. The way they play, they've been playing like this for years. Now, with Jimmy, they did have to change and scale back a bit. But you throw in LeBron, that's a whole different situation. Like, that might take a whole year to get that under control. And to build a squad after you gut it to get him, right? Or trade main pieces to get him. He go to Cleveland. They got a style of play that don't match out with LeBron. Donovan Mitchell was the star. They superstar. He the guy they putting the ball in. They try and give it to Mobley. Like, Clippers, they got their own system. And, like, what comes with LeBron is on the court, off the court. Like, you got to go deal with all that. And some of those personalities don't match up. LeBron personality won't match up with Kawhi. And, and Harden. Like, the stuff that come with him, they probably be turned off with. The Warriors, they used to that. They probably used to that. I think the Warriors probably be the most seamless transition. Kerr will let him do whatever he wants, and Steph and him can have honest conversations along with Draymond, so that'll probably be fine. I don't know how LeBron and Jimmy will go together though. And are you giving up Jimmy to get Bron? I don't know how that works. I don't know how that works, and I don't know if that's a good look. Dallas, you got Cooper Flag going up. I don't know if you have to. Dallas ain't trading Cooper, so I ain't even entertaining that. But who they got to give up? Clay and somebody else to get Bron? I don't know. But Kyrie being there, AD being there. How's AD going to feel with LeBron being there? I seen, y'all remember that post? They said something where a reporter asked them, or they mentioned LeBron didn't know he was getting traded, and AD made a face, or maybe it was a post on Instagram. It was something. AD liked something that was alluding to LeBron maybe knew he was getting traded. How AD going to feel about LeBron being there and follow him there? Like, we don't know. It's so many question marks of going to a new team, but staying with the Lakers, knowing that they want you out after the next year, that got to affect your mental and your psyche being there. It's like, yo, they don't even want me here for real. Like, they don't even want you here for real. And they not going to build or do any moves throughout the season to improve as much as you probably want them to. So how you going to deal with that? Like, they basically going to go in what they going in. If it's not enough, it's not enough. And you never dealt with your career like that. Like, you have rejected that type of mindset your whole career. So I don't know, man. I really believe this. First I was like, it's a 0% chance Bron leave. Now I'm up to like 40. I think it's a 40 now. Because he ain't saying nothing. Like, he ain't talking about the Lakers. Windhorst said that when the Lakers sold the team, they didn't tell LeBron, but they told Luka. I don't know if that's true, but still, let's just say it is. The Lakers ain't communicating with him. He ain't communicating with them. And we about to start training camp in like 2 months. Or next month. So this is different type of verbiage than it used to be. This is different. This ain't what it used to be. So I don't know, man. As a LeBron fan, I would say, look, man, play your heart out this year and then retire. And then just retire, man. Because I understand why you don't want to retire, because you're still effective enough where you're better than like 78 or 90 or 80% of the league. So it's like, it's kind of hard to retire when you're just still that good and you feel like you can contribute to a team still. But, man, it'll be better off to just retire, man. You have so many other things planned out, so many other careers or your hand in other portfolios and other avenues, man. It's not worth going to a new team. And the Lakers are already trying to, seems like they pushing you out, so you can't just stay here. Like, it don't make the most sense. I mean, your son gonna be with the Lakers. I don't know if he will. Right? They might give her to Bronny too. Ship him with you. It's a lot, man. If you go to a new team, Bronny gonna be over there on the Lakers. He a grown man, so it'd be cool. But it'll be tough trying to navigate that, man. And if it ends on a sour note, I don't even know how the Lakers will even treat LeBron on the way out. It's just nasty to have a franchise like that treat Kobe a certain way. Respectfully, Kobe put a lot more work with them, but you get treated the opposite. And that ends on a bad note on one of the most storied franchise in NBA history. Not really a good look, man. So let me know what y'all think, man. What should Bron do, man? Like, if you go to a new team, you think you should do that? Should he retire after this year? Should he go to a new team, give them 2 years, and then retire? What do y'all think LeBron should do, man? But this is different, man. This is different. So buckle up. Maybe what Shams was saying might actually happen, because this has been an underwhelming offseason so far. So this is Through the Scope, man. This is Queese. Like, subscribe, comment. I appreciate it all. Peace.